tastes like, yo. They wanna know what it tastes like, yo. All this ice, it tastes like snow. Get kimonos and let's rock the Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you rock this for me?
Alright, you guys, I was hoping that my battery would be charged so I could make this quick video while I'm here waiting for my class to start at 11. So here are some questions. Well, not questions. Here are some answers. Because I'm going to upload a video. As you guys already seen, I uploaded a video of my new apartment and why I moved. Well, not really why I moved, but I guess I moved to a new apartment after I just moved to this new one recently. And I hope it's not crooked because my freaking dashboard in my car is sideways. So hopefully you guys aren't... Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much, okay? So, I recently moved to a new apartment. It's the same complex, but it's like way different. It's like maybe like a few blocks down from the other complex. So there's like two parts of the one apartment I live in. It's called 1 and 2, and I live in 2 now. I used to live in 1. And I moved because my main issue, which is something that in my next video, when I make a video about what you should look for when you're looking for an apartment, the mistakes I've made, the mistakes I've made, the things that I wish I would have rushed on, all that kind of stuff. I make a video about it. I make a video on how to get an apartment. I make a video on what you should look for in an apartment as well, and along with the mistakes I've made when I was looking for my apartment. So the first main problem of my apartment that I lived in was that I rushed moving into the apartment because I was gonna move in with somebody else, my roommate, and then she fell through, so I had to find a place for myself, and I already applied to this place. So I was like, you know what, I could afford this by myself, so I'll just move in. And I liked it. I liked the way it looked. So I moved in, everything's fine for a few days. Well, the first night I felt uncomfortable. Like I didn't feel like my home. Like I really felt uncomfortable with me staying there. I stayed with the lights on all night. Like I just felt uncomfortable. The first thing I noticed was that there was roaches in my apartment. Like there was lots and lots and lots of roaches. Like it wasn't to the point where like it was roaches all over me or something like that, or all over the wall. It wasn't like that. It was like to the point where I would always see a roach. Like any room I go into, there'll be roaches. Especially the kitchen area was the worst. So I went to the kitchen, I was trying to light, there'd be a whole bunch of roaches all over the place. There was a time where I made tea and I turned my back for a minute and my boyfriend was right there next to me and he was talking to me, I was talking to him, and he was in the kitchen. And I turned around, there was 2 roaches in my tea. Hot bread, like fresh tea. I just took the water from my Keurig and put a tea bag in it. Those roaches in the tea already. That just like, all right. There was roaches in my Keurig, roaches in my air fryer, roaches in my trash can. There were roaches everywhere, like under the fridge. There was roaches all over the place in that kitchen. It was bad. There could be a day where I went in there and then turned the light and the roaches would not be there all the time. There were roaches in my bedroom. There was roaches everywhere. Everywhere in the apartment, it was infested with roaches. And they would come and exterminate all the time. But there was no improvements in the roach problem. I don't know if the exterminator wasn't exterminating correctly or what, but the roaches, I'm not used to living with roaches at all. I never had roaches. I never dealt with roaches. So it's like, I can't get used to that. Like, I'm paying money for this and I can't live here. I feel uncomfortable to go to bed by myself. If my boyfriend will not be there for the night, I would feel uncomfortable about going to bed by myself. Like, I would sleep with the lights on so I could see if there's a roach anywhere near me. I couldn't sleep. I would be up nearly all night by myself if I was there by myself. Alright, so that's the main thing, the roach problem. And then the place itself was just really ghetto. So I would wake up and I would hear early in the morning my neighbors arguing, screaming, making all bunch of noise. And that's one problem. And then I would hear them at night, in the morning, all the time. And then you could hear everybody's conversation. So say if me and my boyfriend got into an argument, they would be able to hear everything we're saying. So the walls were paper thin. Even the ones like below me, next door to me, I was on the top floor, so I didn't hear anything above me, but it was really, really thin. And you could, every move I made, the neighbors down there could hear it. So if I wanted like to jump up and down my apartment, whatever, they would be able to hear everything. It was pretty annoying. So that was another issue. Then another thing, my neighbors were doing hair on their steps, like on the steps of the apartment. So it was really ghetto. It was really giving me project vibes. Like, I don't know if it was Section 8, something like that, or something ghetto. I don't know, but I wasn't feeling it. What else? Then I would go out at night and I'll come back home. There's people trying to sell me weed. so weird to me. I'm like, all right, like this is, I don't smoke weed, number one, but number two, like I shouldn't have to come home and have someone trying to sell me weed in the front of my fucking apartment. Like, no. And there'll be stray cats all over the place. Like there'll be stray cats on the steps, stray cats trying to get into the building. Somebody would feed the fucking stray cats all the time. There'll be a cup of fucking milk and a cup of dry cat food all the time on the steps. It was so fucking annoying. So annoying. Jesus. And there'll be so much stray cats trying to get into our building because somebody kept fucking feeding them from our damn building. And then while towards the end, when I was ready to move out, there was 3 levels in my apartment. I stayed on the 3rd floor, and there's lights on each floor. So one night I come back home, the lights are done. Like there's no lights inside the whole building. So it's nighttime and I'm trying to walk up the stairs at night carrying grocery bags. I'm like, if I could have fell, I could have swooped to a place, honestly, because there's no lights in this building at all. And the place would just stink. Like I don't know if the people who live there just cook disgustingly or what. Whatever they made was nasty. I don't know what it was just really nasty. That was the issue. Another thing was that they would just smoke cigarettes, and the smell, I hate the smell of cigarettes, and I would just smell the smell of cigarettes and the smell of freaking the nasty food they would cook. It just smelled disgusting. It smelled like a greased cigarette. Like it was just disgusting. I just hate the way the whole apartment smelled. It's just really nasty. So I'm like, all right, I'm tired. I'm really just tired of this place. Like my boyfriend said he saw a mouse in the place. I'm like, all right, it's time for me to move out. So I'm looking at other apartments, thinking, okay, I can break my lease because I can really like say it's inhabitable. Like I can't see where I'm going at night. I can't go to bed comfortably because there's fucking roaches in this place. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just look up more places where I want to live. I'm thinking like, damn, I have to put another deposit down and all this other stuff. So I'm like, I called the office. I said, okay, yo, how can I break my lease? Because I can't live here anymore. It's too much for me to live. I can't live in this place. It's too much roaches. Like the roaches is one thing. Like the roaches is the main thing because they're in my apartment. All the other people, my neighbors and their issues, they're not in my apartment, so I could deal with that. But the roaches in my apartment, I couldn't deal with it. So she was like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, the roaches is a big problem. You're exterminating, it does not work. I told you guys multiple times. It's not gonna come out. I came out of nowhere saying like, okay, I want to move out. It's been 3 months already. Like I can't. There's no improvements. You guys exterminate all the time. There's nothing changing. There's still a whole bunch of roaches all over the place. Like you just either get a new exterminator or I need to leave. They're like, okay, well we have an opening on the other side, part 2. And it'll be ready in a few weeks. You could probably look at it and I'll show you how it looks and tell me if you like it, and you could say if you want to stay. I'm like, okay. So a few weeks pass by. She shows me the new place. I like it a lot. It's way bigger than my old apartment, and I didn't see any dead roaches. I just saw dead crickets. And the neighborhood where it's at, it's less people outside. It's more apartment complex feely in a way instead of projects. It doesn't give me any project vibes really. The laundry room, I used to go to the laundry mat because I never wanted to go to the laundry inside of the building. The buildings where I stayed before, but the laundry room is right next door to my apartment, so that's a plus, and it was clean. So I said, okay, it was all new like laundry appliances. So I said, all right, I like it, I'll take this one. So the rent goes up by $125 a month. I'll let you guys know how much I paid for rent before and how much I pay for rent now in my next video about getting an apartment, whatever. And I was just like, I'll take it. So it took like maybe 3 weeks for her to really get the whole place ready. And then the day I was supposed to move in, they were like, oh, it's not ready yet. I'm like, okay, I can't live in this workspace no more, so you guys better freaking, I took the day off of work. I booked a U-Haul for this day. You guys said this day, so you guys are gonna fix this apartment today. So I told them like, yeah, it took me to go look at the apartment. It's still messy, it looks a mess. Only thing to do is put the carpet down and paint the walls. I'm like, okay, so number one, there's no fridge in here, there's no stove in here, so fix that. The tub still looks crazy from the last person. They didn't glaze the tub at all, or the freaking tiles in the bathroom, they're still freaking green. They're supposed to be white. I'm like, I'll move in today, but I need my appliances in here today. Like, you guys want me to pay rent, so I need my things in here today. So they moved in everything in there today, that same day. And then I went to go put on my electric because the power was cut off, because when you move out of an old apartment, they'll cut the power off or whatever. So I told them like, okay, my electric is on now, and I go back there, everything is put in late night. They gave me the keys. The bathroom still wasn't done. But the kitchen was done. So I told them like, okay, my electric is on now, and I go back there, everything is put in late night. They gave me the keys. The bathroom still wasn't done. The kitchen was done. So Somebody walking by. Awkward. Well, she's not looking at me. Okay, good. The kitchen was done. So I noticed that there's a ceiling fan still freaking spinning, and I'm like, yo, how do you turn this off? I have to pay for this fucking ceiling fan. It's just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, like. And they're like, oh, is there a remote for it? We can't find the remote. I'm like, okay, so put a new ceiling fan up there. Like, I'm not gonna be paying for this shit. Like, what the fuck? And then it took them like a week or 2 weeks to fix it. Right now, my apartment is where I want it to be. The one thing I don't like is my sink in the bathroom. They didn't do anything to it, so it has a lot of scratches in it. Like, they just need to replace that whole fucking sink. I don't like that about it. But the new apartment is way better. I do have a cricket problem. I can't wait till it's winter so the crickets can fucking stop. Like, the cricket, I don't know where they come from, but I live on the first floor, so I'm guessing it's the first floor kind of problem. You deal with bugs, but I don't know where they come from. And there's also a leak in my freaking HVAC closet. They put a fan in there to fix it, I guess, but it's not really, I don't know. I guess apartments itself are just really annoying. I can't wait till like I'm able to afford like a luxury one, so I don't have to deal with these kind of things. Even though I still might deal with these kind of things, but if I'm in a high rise, I doubt I'll get crickets in my apartment. I doubt I'll be, and I want like a noise canceling apartment where I can hear my neighbors. But the state that I'm in is like, I can't really find anything like what I want, that I really, really want. So now it's something for me to deal with for now. But I do love it. It's way bigger, it's nicer. Well, you guys know it's nicer, bigger. By the way, I put up the video of my apartment. If you guys can see, I'll put a little information tab up here, and I'll also put the link down in the description box, so just look at that. And if you guys have any more questions, I'll be sure to answer them for you guys in the next video, like a Q&A video, whatever you guys have about apartment. I'll do a Q&A apartment video if you guys want. If my next video doesn't answer you guys questions, or I can include these questions you guys may have in my how to get an apartment and things to look for when you get an apartment video. I'll definitely do that for you guys. And I'm gonna do also an updated furnished apartment tour. It's not finished completely. I have a few things I want to get, but it's mostly completely done, so I'll be able to show you guys that too as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.